close proximity to power lines, we'll take that tree down at no cost, because it's in close proximity to the power lines. If you have a tree in the backyard, and we go out and look, and there's no power lines anywhere around, you know, we'll give you an estimate of what it would cost, but, you know, we would ask that the city pay for that one, because, you know, it doesn't affect any power lines whatsoever. That's what we do to a customer. Customer calls us, we go out and look at it. If it's close to power lines, we take it down. If it's not, we tell the customer that he or she has to get someone else to take the tree down. So that's what we're asking, you know, and you know, if there's other things that we can do, you know, ask us, see what we'll do it for versus, you know, what Bob down the street will do it for. And, you know, if Bob can do it cheaper than we can, I recommend you getting Bob to do it. You know, if he's qualified, get Bob to do it. But if we can do it cheaper and we're qualified, then let us do it. Because it's just makes the city more efficient. That's all I have. Just food for thought.
All right, well,
Okay, two questions.
Okay.
One, and some of this you already have talked to us, but as far as an alternative energy line, are we looking good as far as getting somebody besides WPPI as a backup to supplying us with electricity?
Well, WPPI is our power supplier. Power comes in on transmission lines that is owned by ITC. And so right now we have one line that comes from Hazleton down to the city. And just north of the city, it splits and comes around. One comes to our substation over here by the plant in our office. The other one comes to the railroad tracks, and then turns and goes along the railroad tracks out by the golf course and goes toward Jessup. SIPCO is a cooperative transmission line owner. They're owned by the co-ops, the REA co-ops, and they have the transmission line from the substation over here behind over by Walmart, close to Walmart, comes around down Iowa Avenue and goes out to the railroad tracks there at the corner as you go to the golf course. So that's the transmission lines that we have in the area, and right now we just have the one feed. We are working with ITC and with SIPCO for alternative feed. We're looking at a feed coming in from the south, and it's looking pretty good that we will get a feed from the south, from Raleigh. There's a transmission line that runs east and west at Raleigh, and we would tap that transmission line and bring it north into the city, and that would give us a second feed of transmission line. So that's looking pretty good. It looks like it would. There's nothing guaranteed, nothing definite yet. We're still working on trying to get some of this down to paper, but it looks like that might be in 2015. You know, we're still trying to work to get our west substation connected to a transmission line. And once we do that, then we'll have two substations, and then once we get the feed from the south, we'll have a good loop system in the town, and we'll have very reliable power.
Well, you asked that for buying generators, if that makes any difference to us. Well, obviously, you'd still have a year, at least a year, probably a year and a half.
Probably a year and a half or two,
Yeah.
at least, if everything goes perfect, yeah.
But we really haven't had a substantial outage for about 4 years, where we've even, I mean, isn't that about right?
Right. The last time that the generators were run for an outage, I think, was 2009.
So hopefully we're not due for a market correction.
They were run, but they weren't run for an outage. But you know, that's the last time that they were run for an outage was 2009.
And I had one other, just for clarification, in looking through the light plant packet, that a substation is going in over by Tyson's, is that gonna be different than the one on the southwest corner, or what is that?
No, there's not a substation, just the two substations. We have the one that you saw the pictures of that's flooded. That's on Iowa Avenue, right next to the high school, on the north side of Liberty Trail. And then we have the substation that is over here at our office. There won't be a substation at,
Is that just for
that's just a
transformers?
transformer. That's a transformer
Okay,
that they're asking for, yeah.
okay.
Yeah. That's what, yeah, they're expanding, as we all know, and so they want to re-energize the 4160 thousand volt transformer that they have. And so we're gonna re-energize that, and then they may want a backup transformer, and so that's what's been in the board packet about that. Anything else? Any questions, comments? Thank you for your time, and I hope I didn't take too much.
No, thank you, Chuck.
Thanks, John.
Okay, let's go on to the next item, hearings. Item 3, adopt an ordinance for mitigation and disposal of property legally described as a 10-foot utility easement generally described as First Street East by sale to Becky Klein. Motion to receive and file proof of publication of notice of public hearing.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion by Holland, I have a second by Hill, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carries. Motion to hold hearing.
So moved.
Motion by Switzer,
Second.
second by Davis, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Any objections on file?
No written objections on file.
And this is vacation of disposal of an easement, it's not real property, it's just a 10 foot of a 40-foot wide easement on the south end for Becky Klein for construction. I think it's for construction of a garage, it's gonna be out that direction, isn't it, Doug?
Roger.
Planning and zoning has reviewed this and they recommend approval.
Okay, any else from the public, for the council? If not, I'll entertain a motion to close the hearing and receive and file oral and written comments.
So moved.
I have a motion by Davis,
Second.
second by Holland, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Motion to receive, file, consider, and pass for the first time the ordinance.
Make motion.
Motion by Holland, excuse me, Hill. I guess I was thinking he was gonna do it.
Bald head, it's.
Get my haircut a little different.
Second.
Second by Switzer. Roll call, please.
Hill.
Yes.
Ernst.
Sorry about that,
Yes.
John.
Schweitzer.
Yes.
Vaughn.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Holland.
Yes.
Motion passes. Let's go on to item 4. Adopt an ordinance for vacation disposal of property generally described as 11th Avenue Northeast